there's a lot. I noticed hums happening.
Yeah, that was good.
Um, and this something I just wanted little pieces. I'm just that are coming speaking to me is there's something about there's something about listening or hearing that I'm hearing. Uh, that sense of because I've noticed if I look into my own life. Okay, so there's that quality that you're talking about, where what are those things that if I tune which transcendence, what beyond the horizon, if I tune into it, will afford all these capacities coming forward, right, in my character and draw out in another else and then create these things, right? What is I guess it's like, well, what sense organ, maybe literally and metaphorically, do I use to detect that particular transcendence, right? Um, and then notice what's off and on in that kind of way. And I think hearing is what's really speaking to me because there's a way in which seeing, right? Seeing has this quality as its own kind of uh, temporal dimension to it, where it's like you see surface of things, right? Therefore, you end up when you're in a lot of seeing metaphor, you end up explaining a lot, right? Because you're only seeing the surfaces, so it draws a certain kind of temporality to it.
Hmm.
And you can also kind of get the sense of like the Newtonian
Mm-hmm.
worldview, very much.
Yeah.
You can see the world as like things that still, and then they move, and other things move, and you get this kind of you can you can draw out Newton and all of its wonders. But then there's listening, which is listening has this quality, as far as I can tell. It's like one is like if I look at the table, right? It I have to kind of explain what's going on internally. But if I hear the table, there's a way that it discloses its interiority, right? There's something about sound, right? That and then if we look at like, well, what is dialogue? Like there's if we couldn't speak to each other and we were just standing here looking at each other, like it'd be a completely different experience. But there's this thing about that through the medium of sound and hearing that seems to uh, reveal interiority, evoke an interiority, and use the organ of interiority, right, for it to be revealed.